The beloved Mopar muscle car we all know and love will die in 2024.
Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to Shifting Lanes. My name's Chad and today is something of a sad day, especially if you are a fan of the American muscle car.
As we have discussed in previous videos, the muscle car is ingrained in American automotive culture. They're bold, brash, fast, loud, and could care less about MPGs. They are simple yet perfectly suited for the job at hand, and no other manufacturer has embraced the muscle car more than Dodge in their Brotherhood of Muscle branding. There is a fast Dodge for pretty much everyone out there, with the range-topping Hellcats, Red Eyes, and the Demons grabbing most of the attention. Want a four-door sedan capable of embarrassing Europe's elite in the quarter mile? Dodge has you covered with the Challenger. Want an absolutely insane pickup truck that can demolish pretty much anything it comes up against? Look no further than the Ram TRX. Are you the type of person who needs 700 plus horsepower in your life but also needs room for the kids and their junk? Good news, the Jeep Trackhawk and Durango Hellcat are here to help.
Just take a second and realize just how bonkers that is. Why put a 700 plus horsepower Hellcat engine into what is an otherwise reasonable family SUV? Why do it? Why make a Trackhawk, which is a Jeep that is renowned for being off-road, and effectively turn it into a pavement pounder? Why stuff it into a three-row SUV like the Durango? It doesn't make sense. Dodge basically said, why not? We can, therefore we will. And this is why you gotta love Dodge.
And you cannot talk about Dodge's full range of muscle cars without talking about the daddy, the zero-compromise straight-line monster that is the SRT Demon. A car that is technically too fast for the strip but somehow is street legal.
Now, it is well documented that given the right set of circumstances, i.e. tires, track prep, track temp, ambient air temp, all that sort of stuff, that the Demon is capable of running in the 9s for the quarter mile. Now, the NHRA and their tracks have certain requirements, rules for cars that run in the 9s, i.e. safety requirements. Requirements that the Demon at launch did not meet, and yet somehow this is in complete keeping with the muscle car spirit. Remember, muscle cars were born in the 60s, when light-to-light drag racing was king.
Now, the idea of a modern muscle car, as we have previously discussed, has muddied in recent years. The Mustang and Camaro are closer to sports cars than the purebred muscle car. That being said, Dodge has stayed true to the muscle car ethos: simple design, huge horsepower, and huge straight-line performance.
Now, it bears repeating, Dodge went all in on the muscle car and has pretty much doubled down on it ever since. They built their entire brand around the muscle car. There is, however, a small problem with that. As we know, the world is going electric. Pretty much all manufacturers have announced either they're going all or mostly electric by the 2030s, late 2030s, etc. This is in direct opposition to the Brotherhood of Muscle branding that Dodge has cultivated and pretty much mastered over the last decade.
Sadly, this means only one thing. Dodge simply cannot continue to make these gas-powered behemoths even if we love them, and even if they continue to sell in good numbers. The world is changing, and unfortunately there is no place in our future for crazy, gas-guzzling muscle cars. We all knew this. We all knew that muscle cars' days were numbered, and it is now official. Dodge will kill off their current muscle car models starting in 2024.
Even though we all kind of knew this was coming, we kind of saw the writing on the wall, it doesn't soften the blow any. In 2024, Dodge will kill off their current muscle cars in favor of their new line of muscle cars. What shape will this take? What will they look like? How much power are we talking about? Well, we don't know any of that for sure right now. We are going to get a glimpse of what the muscle looks like sometime early in Q1 of 2022.
Fortunately, on their way out, Dodge will be paying homage to their muscle cars with a promotion they're calling the 24 Months of Muscle. This includes giveaways, events, and special editions of their current vehicles similar to the jailbreak Challenger and Charger they just released. Effectively, the 24 Months of Muscle is going to be a Mopar love letter to the muscle cars of today and the past. A goodbye to what was as Dodge moves forward with what is to come.
This is actually really good. It is really nice to see Dodge giving the muscle car the exact send-off it deserves. Muscle cars are way too important to just be here one day and gone the next. However, there's no hiding the fact that the beating heart of any muscle car, where the muscle comes from, is the engine. Muscle cars are all about how they get up and go, and most importantly, the soundtrack, that thunderous soundtrack that goes along with it. What happens when you remove that from the equation?
Make no mistake, to make this big of a change is a difficult task for Dodge to navigate, and even if they transition to e-muscle perfectly, will anybody buy it? Will people understand that the idea of a muscle car needs to survive the transition to electric vehicles? There needs to be fast, affordable, fun cars, and muscle cars are all about fast and affordable fun.
Yes, removing the internal combustion engine from muscle cars is going to remove a large piece of what makes muscle cars great. However, muscle cars are great for a lot of other reasons outside of the engine. But there will still be some people who stick their head in the sand, accept no substitute, effectively telling the world that if it doesn't have a V8 in it, they don't want anything to do with it.
I can't deny there isn't a small part of me that agrees with this sentiment. I own a Mustang, and a significant chunk of the fun is hearing that V8 roar its way through the rev range. There's simply no replacing that visceral experience. There's nothing quite like it, and it will be one of the biggest things I miss when we all go electric. That said, I have also driven my fair share of electric vehicles. They may lack the theater of their internal combustion cousins, but they offer a level of acceleration that is unmatched.
Put your foot down and they just go. Yes, the soundtrack leaves a lot to be desired, but there is something very intoxicating about the way EVs accelerate. There's something about the way you put your foot down and immediately it just throws you right in the back of the seat. There's very few things on the road that can match that type of acceleration, and that is very, very appealing.
Here's the bottom line. No matter how hard we fight, no matter how hard we battle against the inevitable electric vehicle march forward, we're going to lose. EVs are coming and there isn't a thing we can do to stop it. Muscle cars just happen to be the latest casualty. Dodge says they're giving us our first glimpse of an e-muscle car early next year. And let's give it a chance. Let's see what it looks like, because as I've said before, we cannot lose what muscle cars represent. They are fun, fast vehicles the everyman can afford. We shouldn't abandon this ideal because of change.
Yes, electric muscle cars will be different. Yes, they will lack some of that visceral experience that the muscle cars of today provide. But given the choice between a world with electric muscle cars and a world with no muscle cars, well, that choice is easy. I know which one I'm making. I'm taking the electric muscle car all day long over just not having them, not having what they represent. I don't know, you guys may disagree with me. That's what the comment section is for. But for this video, guys, that's a wrap, and I'll catch you next time.